So our thin medium is just the ticket for calligraphic lines and thin applications of your acrylic. It's always a mistake to use water when you want to spread your acrylic paint and make it more fluid, because water will break down and weaken the effect of your pigment, whereas your mediums, they suspend the pigment so you don't lose any strength or integrity of the paint medium. So if I want to make lovely thin calligraphic lines, I just mix in my acrylic and I can make them fatter and thinner. Oh, it's just beautiful, this medium. And I'll just show you where on this large painting again, this is what has been done for all these fine calligraphic lines on the background trees. It's all the drawing aspect of the features in the background. Another really lovely thing about the thin medium is for these really large areas of linear work on the fencing in this, I actually used a larger applicator bottle, and I mixed it up, the Payne's Grey with the thin medium, until it was the way I wanted it, and then I just was able to just actually draw with the applicator bottle. After that one use, I cleaned it all out, put Glad Wrap on to preserve it. The use of applicator bottles also enables a beautiful free-flowing effect when you want to work on something like Yupo paper. So Yupo paper has got a really shiny surface that resists soaking the paint up. So what I've got here are 3 applicator bottles, and I actually mixed the cobalt turquoise light, the phthalo turquoise and the red gold in these applicator bottles about 3 weeks ago, and they're still a little bit of shaking and they're still beautifully strong and I can use them. So to make one up in an applicator bottle, you just put your paint in. So I'm using a naphthol red light here. Add your thin medium, just a little bit at a time so that it has enough strength to really dissolve all that paint. And to work out if your paint is fluid enough for the purpose that you want, you just run a little bit. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Okay, I've got my Yupo paper here, so I want to get some fluid, free flow things happening. Bit of red gold up through here. I'm just going to move that Yupo paper around, get some things happening there. Now, if we'd tried this using water with our paint, the strength of that pigment is just coming right through. And of course you can then attack it with brushes or tools or whatever you wish. But underneath here I just have a previous work where that same effect I did with the cobalt turquoise light, the red gold and the phthalo turquoise, where I pushed them around, let them wiggle around and move around by, moving the paper around. After that was dry, I just got black ink and drew up the 2 ducks and then put a little bit of white free flow into the ducks, and then I put white free flow onto a sponge and I just ran it right across the back of that. So see the intensity of this color? Well, this used to be that intense, but I wanted to get a sense of distance of the water going in the background, and all that beautiful flowing effect was possible because the paint was mixed with the thin medium and the intensity of the color was retained because you used the medium and not water. The other really lovely thing, while we're talking about the intensity of the color, we'll just get a piece of watercolor paper and I'll put some water, clean water. We'll just make some lovely clean water stripes and maybe a bit of a shape here. And you're going to be able to see, putting that color in, the intensity of that compared to using other colors for a watercolor effect just is really apparent. How gorgeously that thin medium allows you to have some beautiful, fluid, watercolory effects with your regular Atelier acrylic.